All of these crazy marriage rumors have those closest to Justin Bieber freaking out and wanting him to slow things down with Hailey Baldwin.
You think? And Nicki Minaj better prepare herself as that Cardi B diss track is coming sooner than we thought.
Plus, Kourtney Kardashian is preparing for a legal battle with Scott Disick for doing exactly what she's doing. We're going to explain everything that's going down right now on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind. I'm Madison Hill.
What's up, everyone? I'm Kate DeRocher.
The first thing we're talking about is Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin, because essentially we've been talking about them all week because there's been several conflicting reports about whether or not they're married.
Is there a ring on that finger? Are they walking down the aisle? What has happened here, people?
Exactly. Ever since they went into that courthouse, it has been one day they were, one day they didn't, or are not, whatever. For the most part here, we've been team married until this most recent report where Hollywood Life says that Justin's family and friends are wanting him to slow things down with Hailey because, you know, it's never too late until that marriage certificate has that signature, people.
Why didn't they start saying this, like a month ago, a long time ago, like, hey, maybe don't propose to her after, 2 months of dating?
I was going to say, probably because they've only had 2 months to really take this all in and process it. It's been so fast. And Justin is not here for his friends questioning his judgment when it comes to the love of his life. We know that's what he called her in London to the whole crowd that was around his little serenading situation.
But that's exactly what he did for Selena and called Selena. So I'm just saying, I don't know how real this is.
Wow, okay. A source told Hollywood Life, quote, he knows in his heart that Hailey is the only one for him for the rest of his life, and it saddens him when anyone tries to judge or question him otherwise.
Cute if it's true.
Yes, and
Very
I will
cute.
say this is what you want your groom to be saying
Yes.
when you're about to walk down the aisle.
Yes.
We know that they're supposed to have that Canadian ceremony pretty much any day now. So Justin clearly is not having cold feet, which is definitely a good thing. And a source revealed that he is just ready to start having a family with Hailey.
Why are they both in such a rush to do everything? It's like the marriage is rushed. They're gonna have a family super soon. Like, let's just slow down and enjoy each other. I don't get it.
Right. Well, I have a little theory on why.
Okay, please tell
But
me.
let's say what the source said first. So the source went on to tell Hollywood Life, quote, he has always wanted to be a father and he knows marrying Hailey is the best thing in the world and that she will make an amazing mother to his kids. He feels lucky to have her and can't wait to start a family with her.
She's so young. She's not ready to be a mother.
Exactly. Now, I think they're using this, we want a family thing as just an excuse to do the dirty deed.
Oh, well.
We both know they're abstaining from that because of their religious beliefs, which is totally fine, but I think that's a whole other motivator from going to, we're going to push it back to now all of a sudden, we're getting married this week.
Yeah, I mean, I have my thoughts about this. Like, sure, that's great, but also, like, when they're married, they're gonna have all the time in the world to do that. So, like, we don't really need to rush everything.
Exactly. And I only say this because I'm from Missouri, and I know that this happens quite a bit sometimes. So I'm hoping that maybe Justin and Hailey, I don't even know. I think at this point it's gonna happen. They're gonna get married. Whether or not they slow down, it's just
Huge mistake in my book. A lot of red flags, but wishing them the best.
Oh gosh, yeah, we don't want bad relationship karma.
No,
so
that's true. you got this. Walk down that aisle. Have those babies.
Okay, next we're gonna talk about Nicki and Cardi B. As you guys know, their feud has been basically just on fire since the New York Fashion Week
Favorite
situation.
thing ever. I love it.
Yes, Cardi B has reportedly been in the studio this week recording that epic diss track that we filled you guys in on last week. A source told Hollywood Life that Cardi is still, quote, furious with Nicki, and the song could be released in, quote, the next few days or later this week.
I am going to be on pins and needles until this comes out. I cannot wait to hear what she has to say. I mean, we've heard Cardi's side a little bit before, but I feel like there's a lot more to it, so I'm excited to
There's
hear
a
it.
lot more than that Instagram statement.
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
Oh, yeah.
The source went on to say that Cardi's track is full of, quote, heated words because she has been feeling, quote, inspired to get a few things off of her chest because she has never felt more disrespected and motivated at the same time. That has to be a weird feeling.
That is very weird because they definitely, they have their conflict, but they're calling each other to do more. So that's, and I kind of like the dynamic.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a good thing.
The source went on to say, quote, new music is coming soon and Nicki better brace for impact. That is a direct threat.
Do you think Nicki or Cardi will have the better diss track?
Well, because I've been partial to Team Cardi during this whole situation, I'm going to say Cardi.
Okay.
I just feel like she is so good at putting her thoughts into words. And I know I've read your guys' comments. You say that she has people who write for her and she doesn't write her own music and blah, blah, blah. I've seen them all, but I still think I'm gonna go with Team Cardi on this one.
Okay, interesting. I think Nicki does write her own music, and I think she's very good at being very pointed and spitting fire. So even though I love them both, I think Nicki's gonna win.
Okay, and aside from this impending diss track looming over her head, Nicki has also been taking several hits from the public this week as her collab with Diesel was not well received. Did you see this?
Yes.
As it turns out, Nicki Minaj's clothing collab with Diesel, we kind of talked about this earlier this week, was actually part of a much larger project called the Diesel Hate Couture Collection. The campaign targets online bullying and features several celebs wearing the worst names they've been called on social media on their clothes. I actually think it's a really good idea.
That is a very good idea. We could definitely have our own clothing line for this,
yes,
you guys.
Absolutely. Several people pointed out, because as you guys know, all of Nicki's clothes say the bad guy. So people were pointing out that Nicki should not be the face of an anti-bullying campaign when she's a bully herself.
Yes, so like obviously I've said a million times, I love both of these rappers and I think Nicki is so talented, but she does have a very bad habit of being a bully. So it doesn't make any sense why she'd be the one representing this whole movement.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, bad move.
Yeah.
But people did back her up. Even Diesel came to her defense. They tweeted out a statement saying, "We're here to support anyone who's getting hated on, and Nicki is one of them."
Okay.
I think this might just be a little more ammo for Cardi's diss track. Just saying.
I can't wait to hear that line in there, something about Diesel.
It's gonna be something about Diesel, a bully, something. It's gonna be so good. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about what's going down with Kourtney and Scott. So as you guys know, Kourtney is currently seeing 20-year-old Luca Sabat. Keyword 20-year-old. I've said that every day this week because I still can't process it.
Nope. Too young.
Well, yesterday I filled you guys in on how Yunus and Kourtney's family do not approve of the new fling. Apparently, some of Kourtney's friends feel differently. This is very interesting.
Huh.
A source revealed to People magazine, quote, "All of their friends know she's head over heels for Luca. None of her friends liked Yunus, and they all love Luca, even though he's only 20.
Listen, nobody liked Yunus for Kourtney. In the end, he ended up being a scumbag, but this kid is 20. Like, he can't even drink. Like, no way can he handle having 3 kids to deal with. It makes no sense.
He's a kid himself. The source went on to report that Kourtney's friends think he's, quote, good for her, and he's a very down-to-earth and good guy. Now, I'm not doubting that. I'm sure he is all of those things. I mean, he's friends with Kendall and Kylie for a reason. If he was a douche, he wouldn't be friends with them.
True, but he should date another down-to-earth 20-year-old. She could be his mom. It's weird. It's weird.
So Kourtney can do whatever she wants, of course. If she wants to date the 20-year-old, obviously I agree with you. I think it's weird. I think it's kind of gross.
But you do you, girl.
But whatever. But I have a problem when she's trying to start a legal battle with Scott Disick over him doing the same thing. Now, this is weird because you guys know I'm typically very anti-Scott Disick. I'm normally not on his side, but in this situation, I am on his side. I know. A source recently revealed to Life and Style magazine, quote, Kourt and Scott still fight over the kids. She actually thinks Scott is a great dad, but there are issues she can't ignore, aka Sophia Richie. That's the main issue between these two. We saw their fight blow up on Keeping Up with the Kardashians just last week, and apparently the fighting, still going on.
Okay.
The co-parenting is not going as well.
It's sad.
I know. The source went on to say that the fighting between Kourtney and Scott has gotten so bad that it could result in a new legal battle. So as of right now, they don't have a custody agreement because they've never been married. I know people kind of forget that detail because they have 3 kids together.
It is a crazy detail that they've never actually tied the knot.
And they had a really long up and down relationship.
Yeah.
But the source went on to say, quote, she's considering having custody guidelines put in writing. That way she can take legal action if she has to. I just think this is completely hypocritical of Kourtney. If you want to date a 20-year-old and do your thing, that's fine. But then you also have to allow Scott to do that exact same thing and live his life.
I was going to say, it would make sense if Sophia and Scott were having these crazy blowout fights, which we know they've had their problems. But Kourtney has been having the same problems with Yunus, so it doesn't really make sense that she would try to throw that back in his face.
I mean, she's the one who almost looks more unstable at this point because she went from Yunus, who's 25, to now Luca, who's 20. And Scott, he might be dating a 20-year-old, but at least it's been consistent.
That is very true. They haven't broken up just yet.
It's interesting. So you guys, let us know what you think about all of these stories because they were pretty juicy this morning.
They actually were.
A lot of things are happening. Let us know what you think about Justin Bieber's friends and family freaking out about his relationship with Hailey Baldwin. What do you think about Cardi B and that diss track? The fact that it's coming sooner than we thought. And last but not least, what do you think about Kourtney Kardashian preparing for a legal battle with Scott Disick? Talk it out down there in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys here next time on Hollyscoop's Daily Rewind.
Bye, guys.